Unless you have never been to this channel before, you know that I am the Optimus Optimist. And I've been claiming since the Elon Musk mission was written, and for the entire time this channel has been alive, that Tesla would build 1,000 Optimi, and I think we coined the phrase Optimi this year, and maybe 1 million in 2024. Let me clarify. I didn't invent the word Optimi. We decided, we had a vote. We were the ones that everybody was, is it Optimuses, all kinds of possibilities. We were the ones that did the vote, and we've declared it to be Optimi. Anyway, I said we'd build 1,000 Optimi this year and maybe 1 million in 2024. Those have been my numbers since the beginning. Now, many have scoffed, possibly even you. Others have pitched their tent at much lower numbers. This is Randy Kirk. If you like content like this, hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And then maybe you'd like to hit the notify button so that you're notified every single morning when we do the news, and notified this afternoon. We're the only guys that do the news on Saturday afternoon. I know you like to keep up. Okay. And then in a minute, of course, we will talk about this and Patreon, because, hey, Patreon's starting to happen. All right. Those who question my sanity or just think that I'm too optimistic have come in with numbers like 500 this year. Scott Walter, for instance, I think he's said 500, he said 250. Others have said 250, 500, maybe 100 this year. Other people have said maybe next year in 2024, they might deploy thousands in their own factories, or maybe hundreds. Mexico is going to have 5,000, and that's in late 2024 or 2025. So that might be 2,000 or 3,000 in existing factories, maybe another couple of thousand here and there. But I think I stand alone. I think I'm the guy. I think it's only me that's been saying they would not only deploy to their own factories in 2024, they would not only deploy to supplier factories in 2024, but that they would begin to deploy and sell or rent them to customers in 2024. And right now, I'm going to double down on my analysis based on a few assumptions. And I really hope that you guys will tear me up, just rip me to shreds, show me in the comments where I'm wrong, or congratulate me for such wisdom. All right, number one, Tesla iterates quickly, and fans and detractors have all been shocked at how quickly the bot has been maturing. The most recent video created a lot of new converts to a very soon awakening, but still nobody in my crazy man camp. But iterations is what Tesla does, and they are iterating fast. And that's number one assumption, is they will continue to iterate just as fast, if not faster. Number two, the breakthrough in video in, action out changes everything. That's not me speaking. That was the voice on the video. It's where it said that changes everything. It makes the training process much, much simpler, and allows things like the smoothest emotion you saw and the more human-like actions. That's what all this video is going to do, and it's an incredible breakthrough, and everybody agrees. I didn't see anybody that disagrees that the video in, action out is huge. It's a big deal. Number three, Elon has specifically said that production will begin in November of this year, 2023. Oh yeah, that's 32 days from today. Okay. So now there's never been any clarity. He's not clarified. Nobody else has clarified. Does that mean that actual production on some kind of pilot line where they're building actual bots starts in November? Or does that mean that that's when they will start the final tooling? In other words, they will have decided everything about this bot that we've got standing in front of us is exactly the way we want it, and anything that isn't already tooled, go ahead and make the injection molding for the plastics, go ahead and make the tooling setups and the CNC machines and all that kind of stuff. A lot of stuff I can't tell you. I've seen it. I've been in the factories. I've had people make things for me, but I can't tell you how it works. All right. So it's not clear, but even As I've stated multiple times before, I know enough about this from 30 years of manufacturing and a bunch more years before and after of working as a consultant or working as a distributor and being in lots and lots of factories and seeing how long it takes to tool something up. In this particular case, and confirmed by Scott Walter, this is going to take maybe 90 days to tool and create the line. All of that can be done in 90 days, maybe 180 days maximum, especially if they're tooling to make lots and lots of bots. All right, number 4, Tesla is extremely good at return on invested capital. They are the second best maybe company in the world compared to Apple. They're not going to waste any time or money on this project. And this is a very critical part of this new analysis that I'm coming to today and bringing to you now. You're the first to know this. You lucky, so lucky. Number 5, Scott Walter and others have said that the hardware is not hard to make or assemble into the final product. It's not anything like a car. You're talking some motors, actuators, you're talking about some pulleys, you're talking about some plastic parts. This is not hard to do. It's not hard to assemble. Nothing about this project is extremely hard. Getting it to balance and getting it to do useful things, yeah, but that's in the software, as all of these experts have constantly repeated. It's not about the hardware, it is about the software. And the software, as you saw, seems to be solved, which I think is why Elon is saying November. So my epiphany happened a little while ago while I was contemplating that new list of hires that went out for bot production. Let's go ahead and share the screen. All right, so as you can see, Tesla currently has 53 job openings for the Tesla. What does it say under there? Under the Tesla bot project. Robotics and AI, 37 people. Mechanical/electrical engineering, 14. Manufacturing design, 2. And then you go down here and you look at the list. And maybe this is hard to see. I'm not sure if this is easy or hard to see. This is as big as I could make it. All of these are going to be in Palo Alto. Almost all of them say Tesla bot on them. So you have a release manager, an engineering technician, an autonomy internship, controls engineer, R&D mechanical technician, software engineer, firmware engineer, controls engineering, mechanical component design engineer. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Back-end software engineer, full stack software engineer, mechatronics engineer, reliability engineer. It goes on and on and on. Now, you remember a few weeks ago, they were hiring the senior staff, the person that's going to be putting this together at the top, organizing all of these 53 people to get it done. All right. So this was my next, kind of breakthrough. As Scott Walker and I considered this the other day in a video, we noted that you would not hire these positions at this time right now to have them just twiddle their thumbs for even a day. The day they report the work, there will be tasks for them to do. 53 positions, all very technical, all clearly pointing towards production, not design. Number 6, none of these positions is less than $100,000 a year all in. When you count taxes and benefits and training, I mean, $100,000 a year is only $50 an hour. It's really only like $35 an hour when you start putting all the benefits and the taxes and stuff. So no, these are all way over $100,000 a year. So that is at least $500,000 per month on top of whoever else has already been hired, like that top production guy and other people that have been working on this for a very long time. So I'm saying I'm probably off by half and maybe even more than that. I'm saying they have at least $1 million a month in employee overhead committed to this project, who will all be in the building within the next couple of weeks. The ads are up. It doesn't take that long to hire. These people will be hired, and in the next 2 or 3 weeks, these people will be on the job. So by November 1, when production starts, sometime in November, he didn't say November 1. So by November 1, these people, most of them are going to be in position, and they will have work to do. Okay? Conclusion, you are not paying $1 million a month to make 10,000 robots in 2024 for your own factories or even including the factories of some of your suppliers. That would be $12,000 per robot just for the overhead. There's no chance that that's what's going to happen. You don't need 53 people plus at least another 25 or 50 already on the project to set up a line for 10,000 bots in 2024. That kind of staffing could 3D print and hand assemble more than 10,000 bots in 2024. It would be ridiculous. So I'm saying that there's going to be a pilot seller line that will either be working in November, if the one analysis of what Elon said is correct, or February. One of the two. You'll have the pilot line. If there's going to be a pilot line, they may not even need a pilot line. This is a simple assembly. This could go straight to a full-on line. Either way, the pilot line will be capable of making at least 1,000 per month. And that will be for the first couple, 3 months. They'll be, if they have a pilot line. The final line will be up and ready by June at the latest, in my opinion, and earlier if they don't bother to do a pilot line because it's so easy to make. The final line will be able to produce a huge number of bots. I'm going to say thousands per week. I don't really have a way to get my arms around how many they could make. My little factory could make over 5 million bicycle water bottles a year in a very small building. Now, this is way more complex than a bicycle water bottle, and it's way bigger, takes more room. All the parts take more room. So they need a much bigger building, but it isn't that complex. So making 1 million of them next year or having a run rate of 1 million by the middle of summer, I don't think is a big deal. And it could be more than that. So I'm asking you again, tell me where this is wrong. You don't hire $1 million a month in production talent unless you are ready to go for it. So what are you going to do with your millions of dollars that your stock is worth when I'm right? How about if I'm off by 6 months and it all happens in January of 2025 instead? Oh, so what? That money will spend just as good 6 months later. But I'm trying to find a single reason why $1 million a month in production line talent, setup talent, is needed unless we're talking about millions of bots. Well, that's the end of my tale for today. I did want to tell you, I think I have made the decision. I'm going to at least try on the Patreon to start putting up 3 or 4 news articles per day. Short, they might include a little bit of my analysis, but they'll basically just been, you know what, as I'm running through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of articles a day, and I see this one that makes sense to me, or this one that's well written, or this one that's worthy of somebody who's following Tesla would want to know about this. Those are the things that I take. I accumulate those, and then I put out my morning show or my other news shows. I work on that 3 or 4 hours a day. I mean, literally 3 or 4 hours a day. That's what I do, is accumulate these news stories and then do analysis on those. So I'm going to start putting those up on Patreon. 3 or 4 a day. Some days it might only be 2. Another day it might be 5, depending on the type of news that's coming in. If that sounds interesting to you, sign up for Patreon, $5 a month. I'm not going to make any restrictions. This will be, everybody will get this, whether you're $5 a month or $10 a month or whatever. But I'm going to start throwing that up. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if people like it. Let's see if it's valuable. Let's see if it's useful. And then if you'd like to join at the $5 a month, I'll still do one free audio book. So you get that too at the $5 level. And then if you'd like to join at the $10 level, you get either 2 free books or you get a free book. Or you get this. You don't get a free book and you get either 2 free books or you get, of course, the Cyber Opener. I don't know if it's a good name if I can't remember it. Anyway, you get the Cybertruck bottle opener. That one I can remember. And if you haven't been watching the channel and you don't know, this is an amazing product. It's the same thickness as the Cybertruck at 3 millimeters of stainless steel. It has a magnet on the back to go up on your refrigerator and look great there. It has a bottle opener. You can take this anywhere that you're going to be taking the cap off of a bottle. Tailgate parties, wouldn't that be a great place to take it? Picnics and trips to the park and trips to the beach and getting on your boat and flying your, anyway, there's all kinds of different places you're going to use this. But most of the people that I see buying it right now, especially the ones that are buying more than one, they're buying it as gifts because they just know a bunch of folks that would get a kick out of having this. So the $25 a piece, if you don't, you can do it on Patreon, get it for free, $10 a month level, or $25 a piece. You just send me $25 to paypal.me/Randy Kirk, all lowercase. And I'll send you as many as you want. If you want more than 10, hit me up and we'll talk about a better price. All right. Anything else that I want to tell you about? I think that's it. Let's end this thing. If you don't mind, I do want to pitch my little device here. I have these little devices for $25. You can't believe how cool this is. Look at how thick the stainless. I mean, holy mackerel! It comes in. It comes in a camo as well. It's a can opener. I mean, I'm sorry, not a can opener, a bottle opener. So you got your bottle opener here too, and it's got a magnet on the back, so you can slap it up on your fridge. I mean, is this good or what? So anyway, you just send $25 to my PayPal account. It's down in the information below. Just click on there. You can send it 20. Now, if you're out of the country, I got to charge you an extra $20 for freight. So, or if you join my Patreon, I'll give you one at the $10 level. I'll give you one for free.
Click the link below to get your paperback, Kindle, or audiobook now.